all.
Wordsworth, Mr. Fletcher wants to see you in his office, and he said you can go unescorted.
Well, I'm glad that somebody wants to see me.
Of course, if you want an escort, Miss Conway here could give it to you discount.
Why did you say that?
No reason, I just felt like it.
You're to come with me. You've got a visitor.
Me? This late?
Apparently so.
Who is it?
I've no idea. Now, are you coming or not?
You bet.
You're supposed to knock, Birdsworth.
I didn't think you'd mind on my last day, Mr. Fletcher.
Didn't you?
What do you want to see me for?
I've got some papers that I want you to sign. Save some time tomorrow. You can collect the rest of your things from reception tomorrow morning.
Fair enough.
Here we go. Now, your parole officer is going to be Mrs. Morris. You're to report to her at fortnightly intervals.
Oh, I expect to see her more often than that. After all, we're very good mates, you know.
Now, you're not to bother her, Lizzie. She's a very busy woman.
You won't be too busy to see me, will you? When I come back for me visits?
Now, you know you're not supposed to visit here at Birdsworth once you've been released.
Oh, but Mrs. M said she'd fix it. That'll be all right, won't it, Mr. Fletcher?
Well, we'll see, but it beats me why anyone want to come back here once they've been released.
Because all my mates are here. Couldn't expect me to forget them, could you?
Well, that's up to you. Have you finished with those papers?
Just about.
Well, hurry it up. I'm very busy.
All right, Mr. Fletcher, I'm going as quick as I can.
Good. Thank you.
I still don't see why you can't tell me who my visitor is.
I can't tell you because I don't know. Now, wait here.
Hello, Doreen.
Oh, hi.
I'm pretty lucky considering. Well, I've got my job back. Everything's okay with Mum and Dad. Martin's back on his feet. Best of all, I've squared everything up with the cops.
Oh, well, they must be real good mates, those friends of yours, for not dobbing you in or anything.
Yeah. Suppose they must have been feeling a little bit guilty about getting me involved. Anyway, whatever the reason, I reckon I owe them one, eh?
Sounds as though everything's going real good for you now, Peter.
Dora, I'm sorry. I'm saying how everything's great for me, and here you are stuck in this place.
Well, that's okay. Just because I'm back inside doesn't mean I want everybody to have a bad time. And I'm real pleased that everything's going so great for you, honest.
Thanks. You know what, Dor?
What?
I reckon you're a terrific person. I mean, the way you've helped me.
Oh, that was nothing.
Oh, it was to me. Look, I just want you to know if you're ever in any trouble or anything, just give me a yell and I'll do my absolute best to try and get you out.
Do you mean it?
Yeah, you bet I do.
Time's up, Mr. Richards.
Oh, already?
Afraid so.
I've got to go.
Hey, look, I understand. I'll come and see you again real soon, eh?
Oh, you don't have to, you know.
Yeah, but I will just the same.
Oh, all right. That'd be real good.
Just a minute, please. All right, Burns, you can go into your cell by yourself.
Oh, Bea wouldn't mind if I waited around here, would you, Bea?
Why should I?
I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Now get to your cell.
Want to talk to Miss Conway about that braille machine, Bea? Should ask her. She could get it for you discount.
Did you have to tell her about my brother?
Now, hang on. I've been trying to find you to explain.
Well, go on. You found me.
She saw your brother's ad in the newspaper and connected the two names. She knows nothing about him except he runs a discount store.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure, and don't heavy me. I told you I wouldn't tell, and I haven't.
I'm sorry. It just gave me a scare, that's all. I seem to be spending so much of my time keeping secrets, it's making me jumpy.
Yeah, I understand. Look, there's just one other thing.
Yeah?
Can you lay off Doreen a bit? She had a pretty hard time of it lately.
Oh, I can try. For what it's worth, I didn't mean to antagonise her. It just sort of happened.
Yeah, well, it might be worth trying to make it up. Never know. You might get her to drop this discount thing.
If I'm lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
I mean, we just can't trust her anymore, you know?
Yeah, well, she's turning into a top suck unless there's some reason we don't know about.
Well, if she's got a reason, she ought to have told us.
Could I have a word with you, please, Doreen?
What about?
Well, I'll go and lie down. If you hear of any good bargains, let me know, eh?
Yeah, okay. What's so important?
I want to ask you a favour.
Oh, yeah?
Doreen, I know that we didn't start off too well, and I know that things have been difficult for you lately.
What do you mean?
Well, being on the run and feeling the way you do about Peter.
Who told you about that?
Well,
It was Bea, wasn't it? Well, you can keep your little chats to yourself, because I don't want to know. She lagged on me, Lizzie. Bea actually lagged on me.
Oh, Dora, you don't know that it was Bea for sure.
Well, who else could it have been? It wasn't you, was it?
No, of course not.
Well, it must have been Bea. Oh, God, I could kill her.
Oh, yeah? What do you want about now?
You're a suck, Bea. You told Conway about me and Peter.
Oh, don't be so bloody silly. Why would I do a thing like that?
Because you're a top suck, that's why, and you went and lagged on your mates.
Smith, you're wanted in the governor's office.
Well, that suits me just fine. Maybe the air in there is a little fresher than it is here.
Dora, you shouldn't fight with Bea like that.
Shut up, Lizzie. Just shut up and leave me alone.
Look, sorry to keep you waiting, Smith. I'm just a bit snowed under with paperwork at the moment. Grab a chair. There's no point in standing.
Well, sure. Has to be a first time for everything, I suppose.
Right. Now, I want to talk to you about this Braille machine.
Oh, I might have guessed it. So what's the excuse for stopping the project this time, Mr. Fletcher?
It's not going to be stopped. In fact, it'll be arriving in a day or two.
Yeah? Well, how does the union feel about that? Or is that a silly question?
Don't worry, I've got that well and truly under control.
Oh, what do you know? After all this time, it's really going to happen.
That's right. And what I want from you is your assurance there'll be no trouble from your end.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Fletcher. I've already promised Mrs. Davidson that.
Yes, I know that, but I just wanted to make sure. All right?
Uh-huh.
Good. Well, I'll let you know when the machine arrives.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I've certainly done enough reading on the subject.
Yeah, Miss Conway, I have Bea Smith in my office. Would you come and escort her back to her cell, please? Thank you.
I didn't do terribly well with Doreen, did I?
Well, it was worth a try.
Maybe. I've been thinking of transferring out of Wentworth.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I think maybe I was kidding myself. I thought I'd handle it better than I have.
Have you made up your mind definitely?
No, not yet.
Well, don't. Look, just because you dipped out with Doreen, don't think it's going to be like that with everyone.
I think the last couple of days have just been a bit much for me.
Yeah, well, isn't every day get involved in a gunfight, is it?
True. I'll get over it. You can find your own way to your cell, can't you?
After all these years.
My last night here. It's gonna seem funny bunking down on my own from now on.
If you don't mind, Lizzie, I don't feel much like talking.
Yeah, I'm a bit whacked too. Let's leave it till the morning, eh?
Well, you can't hang on to the past forever, you know, Lizzie.
Hey, not to bother her, Lizzie. She's a very busy woman.
If you don't mind, I don't feel much like talking, Lizzie.
I'm a bit whacked too, love. Let's leave it till the morning, okay?
Well, that's it. I think I about packed everything.
That's good.
I'll just go down to reception, pick up the rest of me things.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Would either of you like to come down with